Now, one other note involving the Pac-12 or whatever is left of it, but they are for right now the Pac-12. Oregon State's president put out a letter saying that they expect, this was a letter to the alums, the donors, and others from the President Murphy, that they are expecting a 44% decline in revenue, and that they, of course, are reaching out to try to find a way to get money to help pay for the athletic scholarships. Not for NIL, but for just to keep the athletic scholarships going. A 44% revenue decline. And, of course, that because the fact they're going to be left alone or isolated or whatever they get joining with the Mountain West or what they do by adding to the Mountain West, but compared to what they were going to get among the Pac-12. 44%. She said something about $6 million is what they need just to offset the cost of what are the normal scholarships overall in athletics.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's to be expected. They don't have a TV deal. They don't have a conference to play in right now. I mean, they're playing in one right now, but beyond that, we don't know what that's going to look like. So, I don't know how you could put all those. I don't know what the tools are to put all those projections together when there's so much uncertainty there. But yeah, you knew that not being in a power conference is going to be a drop down for you, and that's scary financially to see, that much of a percentage drop. We knew that Washington State was already kind of in a bit of a pickle. It seemed like to begin with, that was always part of the story was, their finances in general. But yeah, that's scary. That's not fun to look at if you're a Washington State or an Oregon State fan, and you hope that changes somehow. I don't know how it does. I don't see like some life raft heading their way outside of just these merger talks and these relegation talks. And I saw another relegation article today. I got to say, I hate it. I hate the idea of it. I don't think it makes that much sense. I don't know who's signing up to volunteer for, hey, every 2 years you can get dropped down a level or raised up a level. And I don't see how that jives with the sport that we cover. But, crazier things have happened. Nobody's predicting Cal and Stanford to be in the ACC or any other number of moves that have happened. Some have made sense, Oklahoma and Texas to the SEC, but a lot of things that just sound like they'd be pure imagination have happened over the last couple of years. So, we'll see in the long run. But, yeah, that's something to monitor. I don't know how you sustain that over the long haul, and I don't know what that looks like after a couple years of everybody making so much more money than you do, not just talking SEC like we typically would or Big Ten, but like the Big 12's making that much more money than you are. The ACC's so you're dropping down way down. The difference
between the Big 12 and what they might get is going to be the difference between what the SEC and the Big 10 might get compared to the ones below.
So you're like in a third tier at that point. Yeah. That's not even counting. Where are your games? Yeah. Where are we watching your games now at this? So yeah, I mean, this is the bad part of that whole story. As fun as it was to talk about, there was always, those who get left out in the cold. And right now it appears like it's probably going to be the Cougars and the Beavers. And, we'll see what that looks like. But, not surprised that projections don't really, have a lot of sunshines and rainbows attached to them.
Hey, by the way, we'll have more from that and discuss a little bit more with that Brett McMurphy at the top of the